All right. Happy Valentine's Day. I have this beautiful, delicious dessert where you get kind of 2 in 1 for a dessert. So if you want to see how I made this beautiful little creation, then just keep watching. It's so good. You're going to love it. It's just wonderful. So I hope you stay to the end and see how it turned out. And let's just get going into it. Hi, I'm Kristin, by the way, and you're watching Kristin Cooks. So to start off with, on this recipe, I'm going to start with the dry ingredients to make a red velvet brownie batter. That's going to be the first layer of this dessert, and then the top layer will be cheesecake, and it is so good. So we're starting off with some flour, some baking powder, some salt. Whisk that together, set it aside. Excuse me. And then we're going to get out a block of chocolate, some semi-sweet 4-ounce bar of chocolate here. Ghirardelli, very good. And I'm just going to unwrap it and get out my knife and get this all chopped up so that I can melt it in a double boiler. Whew. So yeah, this dessert was so good. I saw this on Pinterest and I was like, I have to try this for Valentine's Day. I've never made a cheesecake before, and I've never made one because I don't have a springform pan. And a lady that watched my video before, she's like, well, just use a regular pan. Don't worry about if you don't have a springform pan. I was like, she's probably right. So I thought this would be a good time to try it. So I have my oven preheated to 350. And then I have a 9-inch cake pan that I'm just going to line with some parchment and spray it down really good. But anyway, we'll get to that later. Right now, I'm just chopping up this bar of semi-sweet chocolate. And then I have 5 tablespoons of butter there. So I have this water up a little. It's boiling a little bit hard. I did turn the heat down. And then I put this heat-safe bowl on top of the water. The water is not touching the bottom of the bowl. That's important. And then I'm just going to put in my 5 tablespoons of butter. And then I'm going to throw in all of that chocolate bar that I chopped up. And I'm going to stir it and just get it to melting. Like this. Got to gather the rest of it here. Zoom in so you can see. And then just stir it around. Man, we have all been sick here at my house. Well, my husband hasn't, but my kids and we've been sick this week. So it took me a little bit to get this video going, so I apologize for that. Kind of late on uploading a Valentine's Day video, but it's been kind of rough around here lately. So this is how it is after being melted, the butter and the chocolate. So now this is going to be for the brownie batter, by the way. So once the chocolate is melted, then you'll set it aside and let it cool for just a few minutes. And then we're going to add in the rest of the ingredients to the brownie to the chocolate for the brownie batter. So I have a 1/2 cup of brown sugar here. Just add that in. Mix it in to kind of get the sugar dissolving and mixed in with the warm chocolate. Very good. Okay, here we go. Yes. Okay. Okay. I think it's dissolved in there pretty good. Okay. Okay, sorry. That took a minute. Okay, so then add in 2 eggs. I'm just doing them one at a time. I don't think you really have to, but that's just what I'm doing, how I'm doing it. I'm going to switch over. Oh, no. I was going to grab a whisk, I thought. So, anyway, just mix those eggs in. Now I'm going to grab a whisk because this, oh no, I'm going to put in the other egg. Sorry. The joys of doing a voiceover, right? Okay, now I'm going to grab a whisk and it'll move a lot faster here. There you go. Okay, and then to make it red velvet, you got to add red food coloring, right? So that's what I'm doing. I just put in the rest of this bottle I have and mix it in. And then this part will be done. And then we can move on to the, oh no, sorry. We got to add in the dry ingredients first. Okay, so the flour and all that, we put it together in the beginning. You're going to add that into the wet ingredients and stir the flour in until it's combined and you no longer see dry flour in the mix. Okay, just do that really quick. Yeah, and hey, you know, we actually got snow. Isn't that amazing here in Oregon? We haven't had any all year really. And then today we got some snow. It's very exciting. Kids didn't have school today. Had a nice little snow day. It was nice. Okay, so now the brownie batter is done and I'm going to set it aside. Okay, and now I have my stand mixer with the paddle attachments. And now I'm going to put together the cheesecake. So 1 block of cream cheese, 1/2 cup of sour cream. Mix those together, just like that. I have it up pretty high. We want to get this kind of fluffy. Just let it mix for a few minutes. And then add in 2/3 cup of granulated sugar to the stand mixer. Okay. Let that mix around, and then I'm going to go in with 2 eggs. Nope, vanilla. Vanilla. Like a teaspoon, I think it was. All right, now we go in with 2 eggs. Just like that. And then let that mix around, get it all incorporated. And then we're going to be almost done. Yeah. Beautiful. Okay. Now I'm going to reserve a 1/4 cup of the brownie batter. That will come later. So here is the cake pan. I have a parchment paper, sprayed it really good. And then I'm going to dump in the brownie part of the dessert. It's going to be the bottom layer. And just get it in there. But, you know, use a springform pan if that's what you have. This is just what I'm doing because I don't have one. So I'm just kind of making it work with what I have. So I'm just kind of pushing it down the paper so it's like filling the whole pan. And then I'm going to pour the cheesecake layer on top of the brownie layer. Just like this. And this worked out really good. It worked out all right that I didn't have a springform pan. So I'll just scrape out all of the cheesecake layer. Make sure we don't leave any behind. But I'm trying not to disturb the red layer too much. I don't want to mix it into that nice white cheesecake. Okay, so here's the 1/4 cup of the reserved brownie batter that I took out just a little bit ago. So then you'll want to drizzle all over the top of the cheesecake layer. Just as you see here. Drizzle it around. Then you can take a toothpick, or in my case, I'm going to use just a butter knife. And then you can get in there with that and make some really pretty swirly designs. But I'm just trying not to go down too far into the brownie layer. We want to keep it my knife going through just the cheesecake. I'm trying hard not to do that, because we don't want to muddy up the bottom layer, right, with the cheesecake. So you just make a design like that, and then in the 350-degree oven for 35 minutes, and it comes out like this. Look how beautiful. It's just a little bit golden brown around the edges. And then I have this cake plate, and I'm just going to take it. I had to get my daughter to help me because it's really kind of fragile at this point. But I'm just going to get it off of that parchment and put it onto the cake plate, put the lid on, and then it can chill overnight or for several hours, and then it'll be set enough to get in there and have a taste. I tried doing the heart-shaped method where I take a cookie cutter, and I tried it and it didn't work, and I kind of butchered the other half of this cake here. But I have the clean side here, so you don't see that. But I just cut it into nice squares, and this was so good. Oh my God. It's just the perfect amount of sweetness and chocolatiness from the brownie batter. And you should really make this for desserts. Doesn't necessarily have to be for Valentine's Day, but it's so good. I hope you make it. It will be in the description box for you. It was worth it. It was so good. Please make it. I loved it. It's delicious. Thank you very much for watching, and happy Valentine's Day. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one.